Hey guys. Okay, so I know that Warped Tour season has arrived officially as of 3 days ago, whenever the Dallas date was. So I just thought I would make this video to allow Warped Tour virgins to have an insight as to what actually happens at Warped Tour. Because I know when I went to my first Warped Tour, I was beyond confused. I didn't know what to bring. I didn't know what to wear. I didn't know what to expect at all. And I was kind of blown away when I got there and when it was all said and done. So I just thought that I would make this for you, to benefit you as you go on your Warped Tour journey. So here we go. Okay, picking out what you're going to wear to Warped Tour is very important. You might not think of it as important because it's just a concert, right? It's just a little thing. You're just gonna go whatever. No. You're going to be walking around in this outfit that you pick out for about 12 hours in the blazing heat in the middle of nowhere as you walk around and enjoy your day. So you want to wear something comfortable. I would suggest wearing shorts and a really loose t-shirt. Wearing skinny jeans, I've worn skinny jeans the past 3 years, and I must say it's very uncomfortable because they start sticking to you in places you don't want them to stick. And if you wear a really tight-fitting shirt, it's not going to work out too well if you're sweating disgusting and profusely sweating, and you're just going to have it sticking in places that you don't want it to stick. So yeah. And for your shoes, do not wear flip-flops. That's the worst thing you could possibly do because your feet are going to feel absolutely horrible at the end of the day. And don't wear these nice heels things. I've seen people running around freaking Warped Tour in dresses and heels, and I'm wondering why they're not dead yet. Because you're walking around this big old grassy field the entire day. Why would you wear heels during that? So, well, yeah, so shorts, loose t-shirt, and comfortable shoes. I would suggest either maybe Converse, or Vans or Toms. Those are very comfortable to wear. So, yeah, on to the next. The next thing we need to discuss is, sorry, I have a list, what to bring. When you're at Warped Tour, you don't want to carry a lot because it's just gonna become annoying just to carry around like everything that you own. So I would suggest a little backpack type thing. Like one of those drawstring bags are really good to use. I've used those. But this year, I'm using this hobo bag because I feel better knowing that it's like right next to me instead of on the back, like on my back where people can reach into it. I don't know if you have a problem with that, but okay. What you want to bring. You definitely want to bring your camera, not your nice professional camera, like your normal digital camera, because your professional camera may get ruined, and yeah, so, you want to bring sunglasses. Sunglasses are very important because it's hot, and you don't want to look directly in the sun all day, so you wear sunglasses all day, and when you meet people people from bands or whatever, then you won't have to worry about you looking stupid while squinting, or you don't have to worry about blinking while you're taking the picture. So that's beneficial. Sunscreen. Now, sunscreen is so important because Warped Tour is coincidentally the hottest day of your dadgum life. Every year. It's the hottest day. Has to be the hottest day ever. Anyway, so when you bring sunscreen, bring like the actual nasty white squirt block crap that you have to rub on. You cannot bring aerosol cans into the venue. They will take them and throw them away. That has happened to me, and I was very upset about it. So I had to go and pay $8 for a little thing of SPF 30 to get me through the freaking day. Yeah, I was very upset about that. So if you're going to bring sunscreen, bring the actual sunscreen and not the spray stuff, because they'll take it from you. what else do you bring? I bring my phone just to like tell my mom what's up and everything. So, of course, why would you not bring a phone? But okay. Water bottles. I bring like huge sports water bottles. They're about this big maybe, like 32 ounces, and you just fill them up in the sink. That's what I do, instead of paying however much to get a regular bottle of water. And those bottles last all day, and it's very nice. And you're gonna want it because you're gonna get dehydrated really, really easily. I did bring food my first year. Like, I brought like a gallon-sized bag of like just snacky stuff, but I didn't eat any of it. Because if you're like me, when it's like 90 degrees outside and it's disgustingly humid like it is in Indiana, you're not going to want to eat anything. So I didn't eat anything. I've never eaten at all when I've gone to Warped Tour. But if you have like diabetes or if you have any type of blood sugar problem, you're going to want to bring food. But if you don't want to bring food and you just pay for the food there, just know that it's going to be really expensive because venue food is always expensive. I think that's about it for what I have to bring. I think. I'm going to feel bad if you just... Okay. That's all I have. Okay, next thing. Okay, now I'm going to be talking about like 3 things at once. So, okay. First thing to talk about is what time do you want to get there? It just depends on whenever your venue opens the doors to let y'all in. On my ticket it says that the doors will open at 11, so I'm going to plan on being there around 9 or 9:30 because I have an early entry pass, so I want to get there as soon as possible so I can just go straight to the front and not feel bad about cutting every single person that's there. Like, yeah. So it just depends on whenever you want to get there. If you want to wait in the long line, then you can wait in the long line. When you're there, you're probably not going to be leaving until 8 or 8:30. It all depends on whichever, like, there's a band you want to see. It just depends on whichever band you want to see plays. Like, if the last band you want to see plays at 4, then you're going to leave after their set at, like, 4:30 or 4:45. It just depends on your preferences. Okay, the layout of Warped Tour. Warped Tour is, okay, at my venue, we have the amphitheater, which, has, like, the normal concerts on it, like, on stage. And in the amphitheater, it has 2 stages on the main stage. That made no sense. The main stage in the amphitheater where where normal concerts take place, that's the main stage. That stage is divided in half. One stage is over here, the other stage is over here. And it just, yeah. And there are about 4, 5, 6 more stages added to it. And, okay, so you have the amphitheater, and then you have a big field. A huge field filled with about hundreds of tents. Just, merch tents and tents supporting certain organizations, and it's just a lot of stuff to do. And they give away free stuff. They have given away free condoms. They've given away free like fake tattoos and free like pamphlets, like PETA pamphlets and teenage suicide pamphlets and check yourself for like cancer pamphlets, and there's just a bunch of stuff going on. And in the midst of that are all the stages. Now, if you've seen pictures of the crowds at the stages, those are accurate. There are a lot of people. You don't even understand how many people there are until you're actually there and so many people. which is going on to my next point, so here we go. Okay, this is going to be my last little snippet of stuff that I'm going to talk to you about. Okay, first off, the people at Warped Tour. If you're not used to seeing, tall people with multicolored hair and mohawks and tattoos and all that stuff, then you better get used to it, because you're going to see a lot of people that are very different than what you're used to, probably. And I'm pretty sure that it's a little odd in Indiana to see people with huge Liberty spikes walking around, but if you live in, like, New York and California and those type of places, you're probably used to it already, so I don't really need to be talking to you. But, money. Bring money. If you don't bring money, then you're screwed, because you can buy a schedule of all the bands that are playing, so you don't have to walk around and find the big inflatable schedule and write down everything. If you buy a schedule ahead of time, they cost maybe, like, I forget how much they cost. I don't think it's more than $5. But if you buy a schedule, then you can go and plan out your day, which I highly recommend doing, because it's so much easier if you plan out where you're going to be, so you're not running around and trying to find the band that you want to see. Signings. When bands do signings, they can either be official signings or they're just random, hey, I'm going to go show up at our tent signings. Those signings, the random show up at your tent signings, you're not going to hear about those. If you happen to walk by that tent and they're signing stuff, then you should probably go stand in line, because, yeah. Official signings have really, 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 really long lines. Like, seriously, those lines last it can last up to like 2 hours. I waited 2 hours in line to meet Cobra Starship. No shame. No shame. I waited about 15 minutes to meet A Rocket to the Moon, and I met them because nobody really knew about them. So, yeah, if you find where the signings are ahead of time so you can plan to be there really early so you don't have to wait that long in line. I was going to talk about, oh my gosh, what was I going to talk about? I was going to, oh, sometimes it's cool to bring your parents. I brought my mom the first year that I went because I didn't know what I was going to do, and she was kind of apprehensive about letting us go to this big thing where there are a lot of people like that. Okay, so my mom went, and she basically left us alone the entire day, and she went and got us a bunch of free stuff, and she bought us merch. So sometimes it's good to bring your mom, dad, relative, guardian along, because they can get you free stuff so you don't have to do it, and you can just stand there and enjoy everything. I remember what I was going to talk about now. Okay, when you are watching a band play, do not worry about trying to get as close to them as possible. Do not even try. Because if you try, you are going to get pushed, and you are going to get shoved, and you might get hurt. And if you are one that is like me and does not do that whole mosh pit thing, then you're not going to need to worry about getting up front. Because if you are not up against the barricade, but you're like a few rows back, you are probably going to get pushed and shoved into a mosh pit, and it's not going to be a good time. So just stand back, and you can watch it in the back. It's not that bad to watch it in the back, because you're still seeing them, they're still live, they're still there. You're just not so close where you can get punched in the face. And also, if you stand like in that type of area, there will be crowd surfing. There will be people flying above your head, possibly kicking you in the face. That has happened before. I've seen it. And you just got to be careful with yourself. I mean, if you're careful, you're not going to get hurt. Don't act like an idiot, you're not going to get hurt. So, with that said, I hope you all have an amazing, amazing time at your Warped Tour. And this really is a fun day. one of the best days of your year, and I hope you make a habit of it, because you're not going to regret it. So, have fun, guys. I hope this helped. If this helped at all, you should tell me. So, yeah, bye.